Alright guys, today we're doing pizza. Now if you came, what I had for you, I had onions if anybody wanted onions. But typically I give you a dough ball, which is in plastic, Italian sausage, pepperoni, mozzarella cheese, mushrooms, peppers, tomato sauce, and flour. Okay, so what I want you to do is take a little bit of the flour you got, go ahead and put it on the tray, okay? Take your dough ball out. And what we're gonna do today is we're only gonna use half of this, okay? Because I wanna use the other half for tomorrow. Okay, so this is a 18-ounce dough ball. And basically cut in half, you're gonna have a 9 and a 9, okay? So cut your dough in half. It's going to be kind of sticky, which is fine. It's dough. Put one of these, just get a container, like take your bowl, put a little oil in it, put your dough ball in there, okay? Kind of mix it around a little bit, like that. We're going to retain that for our dough tomorrow. Now this one, what I want you to do is take it, kind of fold it. Get your hand floured if you need to. Start folding this, like, so you start making a ball. So you're gonna hold it, pinch and roll, pinch and roll. Flour as you go if you need it. Once you get to this point, I'm gonna flip it over, and I wanna roll this out. Like I'm not squeezing, I'm just cupping. I'm gonna cup this. Mind you, I already have my oven preset. Put it at 400 just to be safe. Everybody's oven's going to be a little different. So we're going to take this now, and a lot of people say, oh, you know, do I need to use a rolling pin? You really don't. So what you could do is just push this in the flour, start pulling it like this, okay? Flip it over. This will take up a lot of flour. Start grabbing it, pinch, stretch. Okay. Pinch, stretch. You just want to make sure this is done evenly, because if not, what you're going to get is some pockets, like a real thick piece. So you're going to keep stretching, okay? What's in here, which we'll do bread after Christmas break, but what's in here is called gluten. See how this is stretching and pulling back? That's a good sign, all right? I would use a rolling pin, but I did not give everybody rolling pins, so I'm not assuming everyone has a rolling pin, so I'm just going to show you how to do it by hand. From here, you can do this part. If you want to try this, 2 fists, do not use your fingers, because your fingers will go through. Toss it, okay? Once your dough is stretched out to about this, let it relax for a second. You can stretch it if you want it bigger. This is going to be, let me grab the ruler for you. This is about, I don't have a ruler. Oh, here we go. So as of now, inches wise, this is about a 7.5 inch pizza. This could actually roll out thinner. This is pretty thick right now. I'm not going to use, like I said, I'm not going to use a rolling pin. We'll make this just a little thicker crust. If you have a rolling pin, be my guest. Use that at home. What I want to do is get rid of some of this loose flour. We're going to bake this on this tray, but we don't want all that flour on there. We just want a little bit. So take your dough, put some of that flour back, okay? You can leave some on here, but not a ton, all right? So from here, we're going to take our toppings. I know this seems simple, but you know, hey, a lot of people don't know how to do this. Get your sauce. The easiest thing to do is use a ladle. If you don't have a ladle, just use a spoon. Okay, start spreading this out. Take that, if you're a sauce person, take it all the way to the edge. All right. You can go heavy on the sauce or light, it's all preference. From here, I'm a pepperoni on top kind of person. because that's just how I do it. Sausage, you can go on bottom. Okay. Save a little bit for your calzone the next day. Mushrooms we're going to put on top. Peppers we're going to cut. So if you don't want your pepper, you don't have to have the pepper. But I'm going to scoot this over. And what I gave you guys was this. Okay. I gave you a half a pepper. And like I said, guys, clean, like I said in the last videos too, make sure you clean as you go. And then clean your station. I soaped and sanitized everything before I touched it. Okay. Peppers you want to put next to that sausage or pepperoni, okay? The reason for this is because when those cook, the grease and oil from those are going to basically season the mushrooms and the peppers. All right, so peppers, we'll put these right like this. Okay. Make sure you're still on there. Okay. Peppers we're going to put like that. Don't pile them up heavy. You want to spread everything out. This is all purposeful, okay? Cheese, this is a low moisture mozzarella, which will get a little bit of brown spots. The higher moisture of a cheese you use, the less brown it'll be. But it costs but you're paying for that water, which isn't a bad thing, because that's when you get that real creamy looking cheese that's kind of stretchy. That's because it's a high moisture cheese. Low moisture means it'll brown a little bit more, but it doesn't cost as much. So I put the mushrooms on top because mushrooms have a lot of water in them. So you want that water to be able to escape, because if it's trapped underneath the cheese, it's going to end up with water on your pizza. But then you want to kind of coat that with the nice pepperoni, because the pepperoni is what is going to crisp up and curl up and cup, as they call it, and make that taste really nice. Okay, so now, make sure you see this. We're going to go into the oven. Make sure your oven is preheated, okay? Preheated. Don't put it in a cold oven. This is going to take a while, so we're going to set a timer for 20 minutes, and we'll come back.